Erik Ten Hag's small changes could make a big difference for Manchester United versus Barcelona. Cars lined the road leading up to the first-team car park at Carrington. In the adjacent Jimmy Murphy Center, there were 3 times as many chairs laid out in the press room as there usually are. Such is the fascination with Manchester United and Barcelona and the scrutiny they generate. The capacity will be significantly reduced for Erik Ten Hag's press conference prior to the League Cup final on Friday. For United staff, the gathering would have been held in the more spacious number 7 suite at Old Trafford. However, Ten Hag insisted on Carrington, and a press conference punctuated by lengthy translations lasted less than 14 minutes. Ten Hag's childhood friend Leon Ten Voort told me in April the United manager is a control freak. They would cycle to school together and Ten Hag was always late. At United, the players are late at their peril. When Ten Hag was informed there would be League Cup final media commitments, he asked how soon could they be completed. They were conducted more than 2 weeks ago. For those of us who observed Ten Hag at work during the preseason tour and spent a little time with him, this is typical of his approach. He eschewed post-match press conferences from Bangkok to Perth via Melbourne. Sources said at the time Ten Hag has a laser focus on football. Previous United managers often gave players the day off after matches. Under Ten Hag, recovery is non-negotiable and starters are always back in at Carrington the morning after a match. Ten Hag held court with the British and Spanish press at 12 p.m. and United were scheduled to train at 1:30, but the players emerged just before 2 p.m. However inconvenient it was for staff who had to traipse over to Old Trafford for Barcelona's media activity in the evening, it was convenient for Ten Hag as he prepares for one of his biggest nights as United manager. There was some star wattage present and Robin van Persie stood to the side with his and Ten Hag's agent Keys Voss. Van Persie returned to United. Van Persie headed outside to watch training, where Anthony Martial was put through his paces on a separate pitch, but he won't be available for the Barcelona fixture. Barca have brought out the best in Old Trafford 24 years apart in the European Cup, Winners' Cup and Champions League. Last week's humdinger in Camp Nou has only intensified excitement among United fans accustomed to humdrum evenings in the Europa League. Ten Hag has not lacked for plaudits in overseeing United's turnaround but was asked if he had earned ample credit. Definitely. It's not about credit, it's about trophies. We have the opportunity, but the first focus point is always the next game, and in that league we can't win a trophy this week. We have to go from game and game, better focus but especially keep the same mindset. And every day we want to give a better version of ourselves. When you face a big team like Barcelona you have to play your best, otherwise you don't have a chance. We want to get through to the next round. Tomorrow we have to give the best performance of the season. We believe in it, we're looking forward to it, so it gives us a lot of energy. For me, the next game is always the biggest game. I'm not the type, who looks back. I look forward. I'm excited about tomorrow. 2 great teams facing each other at Old Trafford. It will be a massive atmosphere, a great ambience. It's the best you can get. In other news, Newcastle United attacker ruled out of Manchester United final amid shock twist. Ryan Fraser's Newcastle United career has taken a sour turn after the winger was told to train with the under-21 seconds this week. The Scotland international's last appearance for the Magpies was during a 1-0 win over Everton in October. Since the World Cup break, Fraser has been named in the matchday squad on just 3 occasions. And ahead of Sunday's Carabao Cup final against Manchester United at Wembley, the 28-year-old has been told to train with the club's second string at their academy base. There was potential for Fraser to have exited United during the January transfer window after the player lost his appetite to challenge the likes of Miguel Almiron, Joelinton, Alan Saint-Maximin, Jacob Murphy and Anthony Gordon for a starting spot. A move, however, failed to materialize. Head coach Eddie Howe was asked about Fraser's absence last month and said, "No, he's not injured. He's training. He's just got to keep training well and training hard. He's a valued member of the squad. I know him better than anybody. I know what he's capable of, so I'd love to see him back in a Newcastle shirt." When Howe landed the Magpies job in November 2021, the 45-year-old was forced to confirm there was no bad blood between him and the player. Fraser opted not to sign a contract extension allowing him to play for Bournemouth when the Premier League restarted following the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the former Aberdeen star was one of Howe's regular picks last season as he guided Newcastle to Premier League safety. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.